finish. So I'm trying to make these flowers with Ghost White, and it drops down to the bottom and gives it a really cool effect. Each time they come out different. But so rather than having it just white like that when you open it up, I'm going to put a thin layer of color. And so I've already mixed 3 different colors. I want to do 1 pink, 1 blue, and 1 purple. So since I'm mixing resin, I want to try to get as much use out of the resin as possible. So here's the purple. Wow, that is a bright purple. And so this, I haven't removed these out of the mold. I've just let them dry for a week, and I've covered them so that they don't get little hair or anything on them. And I'm going to do 1 pink, 1 blue, and 1 purple. So all I need is a thin layer to go on top, maybe 1/8 of an inch. And it's just going to pop the white on the other side. So we'll just go ahead and pour it in, and then we're going to have to blow it around to get the bubbles out. And then also I'll want to make sure that it covers well enough and covers clear into each of the petals. So I might have to move it around a little bit and play with it. But I just need some color on the other side to pop the white petals that are kind of 3D with the Ghost White I used. So this is just a little bit, this is resin that I've made to use for the alcohol inks. And I'm just using a little bit of it, I added some color with just some paints I had on hand. And this looks like it's going to be the perfect amount to fill in these little flowers. So I'll just push it in each petal, and it'll run. It kind of self-levels. I've been wanting to do this for a week, and I just didn't want to pull the resin out and everything. So then I'll take my little heat gun on low, because you don't want to blow everything around, and pop the bubbles, and that's causing it. Great. It's moving perfectly. It's moving right into each of the petals. So, and then I'll just let this sit, and then tomorrow we'll open it up and see what it looks like. So the purple looks great. So I've got these colors pre-mixed. This is a really cool pink too. I'll do the same thing. Pour it around. So these were acrylic paints that I used, and I just put a dab in there, and it gave it a lot of color. The resin I mix up ahead of time, and according to directions, whatever type you use. I like to use art resin because it doesn't have fumes, it's non-toxic. And I just love the fact that it's not smelling like a really strong chemical. There's a light smell to it, but I do keep the door open, but I don't have to wear a mask, even though we wear masks all the time now for everything. It's just my favorite right now. That's the best I've found so far, and it is a little bit more expensive than the other ones you can find cheap, but you get what you pay for. So I'm quite happy with it. So there's the paint. Now I'll just go ahead and move that around so it goes right in the petals. And it looks like the perfect amount. I made them all the same. And as I said, it's self-leveling. As long as you have a level table, make sure you have a level table. So you can use gloves when you do this if you're worried about getting it all over your hands. I'm not. I do so many arts and crafts and pine needle baskets and jewelry that my nails are a mess anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I just wash the paint off. So there, it's leveling out really nice. So thanks for watching, and I'll go ahead and fill in over here the blue, and we're just going to leave these sit overnight. I'll cover them, double check for bubbles, and we'll see what they look like tomorrow. We're going to go on to the alcohol ink now and use up the rest of that resin. Thanks for watching. So we're about a half hour in, The color backing on these little white flowers is looking really good. It's nice and thick. It's not even moving anymore. Here are the little resin flowers. They look pretty cool. The separation with the toothpick is working really well. I love how I drug this blue through the pink. That was pretty cool. Here's a green one. It's kind of wild, but I don't know. It might look really good on the other side. I didn't put any sparkles in. I just left it. There's enough color. And I don't know what's happening here. I really don't know. I'm just going to leave it. I can't fix it. And then I had a little bit of leftover resin, so I just did some little Ham's a Hand and Eternity symbol. Those are always cute. And I always use up all the resin I have. But that's what it's looking like. I wanted to take a little video because we are about to lose power. It's real windy here. Thanks for watching. We'll see what they look like tomorrow when we open them up. Now we get to have a little bit of rest time while we're just letting these dry. We're going to leave them alone and have a glass of wine. Thanks for watching. Good morning. Just got my coffee and I'm so excited to look at my little resin flowers. So, 24 hours have passed and look at those colors. So when they're drying, I try to keep them covered. It keeps the heat in. I just use either a piece of clean cardboard or plastic to cover them so that they can cure a little better. So in this case, I am going to use this plastic lid. And I put some parchment paper in there, clean parchment paper, because they're still sometimes a little tacky and you don't want anything sticking to them. But let's start opening the presents. Oh my gosh, I just love these colors. Now this gets really hard because I sell my baskets bottoms. Oh, see, they're still a little soft. They're not tacky, they're dry, but they're a little soft. But look at how easy that peels away. Just peels right away. It's very soft. The thinner your resin is, the slower it's going to cure. So now if this was too soft, I wouldn't take it out because it could ripple or rip or something. You could just leave it another 24 hours or 12 hours and just see how it does. It doesn't hurt to just leave it. But this one is pretty pliable. Oh, look at that. Wow. That is gorgeous. So the orange in the middle became a peach. Now it's very pliable. And I see marks because this is where I used the toothpick and scraped through. So some people that doesn't bother, but it bothers me. So I'll go ahead and let this dry. And then I'll probably just brush on another coat of resin before I drill it. But that came out very pretty. See, you just never know what it's going to look like on the other side. Paper to dry. And now we're going to work on these little guys. So as you recall, I did the first pour with a ghost white and piped it in, followed the flower, and then it's been sitting for about a week drying. I've been waiting. I didn't have the resin. I didn't have the time to put the color behind. But if you put the color behind just a thin layer, it makes it it pops the white in the front. So that's what my plan was for these. Oh, look at that. I'm not sure if you could see the depth on this, but you could see the layer of clear on top and the ghost white in there, but behind it, the Ghost White has this little shimmer, and that just came out beautiful. And now this is very dry. It came out very good. I'll go back and just trim these little, there's some little points on here. It's easy to trim when they're damp still. And that came out really nice. I'm quite happy with that. Purple, for all you purple lovers. So when you have these little molds like this that have a lot of little protrusions on the sides, you need, instead of just pulling it out, you don't want to mess up what you're making, and you don't want to mess up your mold either. So loosen it up a bit all the way around, and then work it towards the middle. Just work it around so you're not, you know, breaking anything. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Now I have a specific idea of a basket I want to do with this. So these won't be for sale yet, but I will be making some for sale. Look at that purplish pink. There's the back again. Here's the side. You could see the 2 layers. But look at the depth in that. You could see the Ghost White. I will be making more of these for sure. So there's the purplish pink. And then here's the teal. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Work it around. I'm moving quicker than I normally do because I'm on camera, but oh, that blue is beautiful too. Look at that. Look at that. You could see the little shimmer of blue. See the Ghost White, how it drops down. It's a bit of work, but the final is just gorgeous. So I'll let these dry for a few days, and then I'll drill them out and start working on a basket on them. So I will be making some of these to sell. I'll just make some different colors and put them in my Etsy page. Make sure to follow me and subscribe if you like my videos. Thanks so much for watching. Back to my coffee now. So 1, 2, 3. Those are just gorgeous. I love them. Thanks for watching.